guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Peace. Oh, I don't say that yet. Hey, you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast. Peekaboo. I see you because I'm Father, Son, House, Gucci. YouTube, it won't stop. Famous now. Available in 2095. God, can you imagine what this world's going to be like in 2095? The album. I can't. No, I won't be here. Dad, so you better live your life while you're here and have a good time doing it. You know what I'm saying? The album, Dad, AF. It's the end of the world as we know it, and Trisha's writing spells. Oh my God! I thought it was safe to go back in the water. I was like, it's safe. Trisha Paytas hasn't posted a video except for an asthma video in the last couple days. I thought it was safe to go back in the water. Unfortunately, it's not. I'm going to have to take off my basic Uggs and get real comfortable to sit down and talk to y'all for a little bit here. Now listen, first of all, I just want to say, I woke up very, very early today. Okay, and it's currently 11:58 a.m. and I have done so many things today, okay? I filmed a booktube video. I got my vlog all scheduled. I did my review video today. I've been out driving around. I cleaned up a little bit of the house. I filmed a Peter Does Stuff video, okay? A really fun Peter Does Stuff video. I'm loving that channel so much, and thank you guys so much for the support over there. I already have my Peterisms video ready to go for the day because I filmed it yesterday, and so anyway, I'm basically filming videos left and right for all of my channels. I might film 2 review videos today. I don't know, but I can tell you this. I will be posting 2, maybe 3 drama videos over here today. So you're going to check that out, okay? And the other 2 videos are going to be about things that I have either not ever talked about on my channel or I haven't talked about in quite some time. So you're going to want to come over and watch those videos as well. Hey, listen, I just want to say I appreciate you guys watching my videos. It really means a lot to me. Today I want to talk about Trisha Paytas appropriating religions, which she does, even though she takes no responsibility for it whatsoever. And I want to talk about why I think this is problematic, and we're going to talk about Trisha Paytas writing spells. But I also want to go back and I want to, readdress kind of on the heels of some very serious things that happened. I want to talk about why, as an example, Trisha Paytas, mocking Judaism and doing TikToks where she's wearing a yarmulke and she's saying, when you can't finish the classes to convert to Judaism, that, you just pay somebody to say that you're Jewish, okay? And why that is so problematic, because I have received from so many people comments that have said, well, I don't really understand why that's that big of a deal, blah, 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 blah. Trisha Paytas' excuse for that is, my husband is Jewish, okay? Which is just such an unbelievable response to me that is her response to this. And I'll tell you why, okay? Because I had this kind of moment of clarity this morning in this whole situation. I do want to say this. Yesterday on my Jeffree Star video, I received this comment, which I wanted to read to you guys, and I went back in because I was like, I gotta find this comment, because I don't think people are gonna believe this comment, right? And it was this comment, I don't know why, I responded to it. I was nice. I responded to it, and I said, wow, this comment is very telling. But the comment said something to the effect of, they said, whoa, wow, why do you hate Jeffree Star so much? Blah, blah, blah. I'm not a fan, but why is it such a big deal? They went in and talked about, his comments his racist comments that he has made, and they basically defended those comments and said that he wasn't the worst person in the entire world, and why do I keep on calling him out and things like that. Okay, feel free to leave your comments on my videos, but also know this, your comments might be used for a future video, and I might respond to your comment. So if you don't like what I say or what other people say to you in the comment sections, don't leave a comment. I mean, it's just as simple as that. But anyway, so let's get into today's video. I was floored, you guys. I mean, they said in there, the exact comment that this person left was, it's not like Jeffree Star started slavery. And I was like, Okay. Did this person just really leave a comment like this? I mean, this is, whoo. Okay, so let's get into today's video. Well, I already have. It's 5 minutes and 12 seconds, 14 seconds. So Trisha Paytas is now writing spells on her YouTube channel. You know, she is now identifying as Wiccan, and she is saying that she is writing spells. Apparently, she has come out and she has said that she's been doing this since she was like 9 or 10 years old. The video that she posted is called Write Spells With Me Live, and it's an hour-long live stream. I watched a lot of it. One of the things that she has, here, I'll throw up a picture here somewhere, is that Trisha Paytas has this, if you imagined, like, okay, I am going to cosplay what I think somebody writing spells would look like. I have to go get this very old journal that has parchment paper on it, because that's the only way that spells would come true, is if you have it in this, you know, it looks like the book, my book, where's my book, you know, from Hocus Pocus. It looks like that. Trisha Paytas has this old book like that, which she scribbled a bunch in and all this kind of stuff. She uses different colors and whatever. I have to tell you, okay, on the heels of just watching 7, 8, 14 Amberlynn Reid videos in a row, because I was catching up on Amberlynn Reid, and we talk about Amberlynn Reid as being one of the greatest people that troll on the internet, and Trisha Paytas being the same thing. Their videos are not that vastly different. They really aren't. And in fact, I mean, there's a huge comparison between Trisha Paytas and Amberlynn Reid. And I know that back in the day, Amberlynn Reid just loved Trisha Paytas and wanted to be Trisha Paytas and all this kind of stuff. So it kind of doesn't surprise me. But at the same time, like, I was watching this Trisha Paytas Write Spells With Me video. I've dedicated a lot of time this morning to watching videos. And I was sitting there, and I was like, she was talking about color coding her spells, and she writes in different colors and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, this is like watching an Amberlynn Reid Torrid haul. Like, it really is. Like, in explaining all those little details. Like, she just the other day Amberlynn Reid made a cup of coffee, and she's like, and then you put a little sprinkled brown sugar on it, and then you put some whipped cream. She filled the whole cup with whipped cream. It was basically a cup of whipped cream is what it was. But I'm like, this is like a Trisha Paytas video. Or, I mean, this is like I don't know, Amberlynn, Trisha Paytas, are they the same person? I'm so confused at this point. Okay. So Trisha Paytas did this video where she's talking about writing spells. She goes in there and she says all these spells that she is writing and all this kind of stuff for, you know, money, prosperity, love, whatever. I want to go in here and I want to read a couple comments that I got on my last video with people educating me, because I had said in a previous video that I am not that educated when it comes to the Wiccan religion. And so a couple people left me some comments, and I was very thankful for this. So the Witchy Psychic said, Peter, I need to explain this. Wiccans don't curse or hex anyone, because in my last video I said, like, today I said regarding Trisha Paytas, and I was, you know, I said, girl, you in danger because she's messing with the wrong people, okay? So she said, Peter, I need to explain this. Wiccans don't curse or hex anyone. It's against their beliefs. People that practice witchcraft, on the other hand, is a different story. She doesn't offend just Wiccans. She offends witches from all paths, okay? So I got that comment. And somebody else said, Wiccans don't put out negative energy. You just get it back, their belief. And I received a bunch of comments about this where people were saying that actually the things that Trisha Paytas is saying in her videos has no bearing. Here it is. Peter, one of the main beliefs in Wicca is the rule of 3. Anything you put out, you receive back threefold. I truly hope there aren't practicing witches, Wiccan or not, are trying to conjure any actual harm to Trisha or anyone. It's against our very core beliefs. I wanted to let you know, since you've admitted that you don't know much about Wicca, no harm, no foul. But I think it's important not to paint Wiccans or any other religious groups as dangerous outside of those who are dangerous when they're simply misunderstood. And I thought that that was very, you know, fair comment, and I really appreciate being educated on that. Someone said, I hope you'll do a drama class on Trisha's latest witch casting spells video. It's just the worst. So thank you for that comment, Edie. I appreciate it, and I agree with you 100%. And the thing is that I have to tell you that the saddest part to me about this is that I really perceive, from Trisha's point of view, the way that, I mean, she's literally sitting in some book making up spells and writing. She has no idea what she is doing whatsoever, right? And she's sitting there doing all this. And what's sad to me about this, okay, is that I got a video when I first talked about this and I first covered it, where somebody said, you know, Trisha Paytas is furthering the mockery and the stereotype that people that are truly Wiccan have fought for a long time. The amount of people that I have received on my videos that identify as Wiccan, as their religion, that are like, this is just so offensive and so hurtful. What it is, really is, it is Trisha Paytas being condescending and patronizing to people that identify as Wiccan. Basically what it is saying is, I don't take your religion as seriously as any other world religion, okay? And she's now made fun of other world religions as well, obviously. We know that. But with all of this, I mean, she's really pushing the envelope on mockery, okay? She's sitting there and she's got this whole outfit on, and she's writing in this spell book, and while she's doing a noodle mukbang at the same time, eating these noodles, these buttered noodles. So anyway, I wanted to go in here and I wanted to, now the serious part's coming in just a second, so hold on a second. I wanted to go in here and I wanted to read to you guys some of the comments. So the video is called Write Spells With Me Live, and it was an hour and 5 minutes long. The video was streamed 3 days ago, and it's sitting at 86,000 views. Not great. Trisha Paytas is just not pulling that many views anymore. Somebody said, you know you don't have to get dressed up in a party city costume every time you find a new culture to exploit. Somebody said, exactly. Somebody said, it's so disrespectful. I practice witchcraft and I look completely normal. I don't have any fancy grimoires or a black cauldron. Somebody said, what's the point in practicing something that isn't real? Somebody said, yes, because she's culturally appropriating. Do you even, they go on and talk about the difference. Majority of religions, i.e. Wiccan, paganism, goes on, Satanism, Christianity, Hinduism, Buddhism are all accepting of everyone. It's how the faith practices go on. And they go and they're saying, stop the BS to Trisha Paytas. She does it exactly for this reason, for comments like this. She's fishing for attention of any kind. True, exactly. Somebody else said in here, she knows exactly what she's doing. She's purposely offensive because it's the only way people will click her videos and talk about her. If she's not being irreverent or offensive, she's going to fade into irrelevancy, and she knows it. The best thing you can do is don't engage. Don't click, don't dislike, don't even comment. Engagement, even negative engagement, is all she wants. Somebody said, everything she does just reminds me of when you'd sit in your, these are the top comments, you guys. Everything she does just reminds me of when you'd sit in your room as a kid and play pretend grown up. Somebody says, playing around with this will only, get you what you deserve, is what somebody said. Somebody said, I love how she's now been writing spells since she was 9 or 10 years old. There's 10 comments on that. Somebody said, lies. Someone said, haha, same. She has no idea about anything has to do with witchcraft or Wicca and the way she swallows. Okay. Someone said her spells were probably recipes for butter noodles. Somebody said just 10, not 9, not 11, just 10. Somebody goes, it goes on and on and on. Okay. Someone said, this is why we gatekeep things on Trisha, so she doesn't try new things. There you go. Somebody said, I love how she acts so unbothered by T channels, yet she's actively copywriting all of their videos. And somebody said, because she needs their money, sending a strike or sending a copyright claim. And somebody said, what do you mean I didn't watch the video? Because there's a difference between the two. And so it goes on and on and on. This girl is going to be a Jehovah's Witness next week at this rate. Hold on a second. Doing this while trying to bring, okay, not going to read that one. Somebody said, I can't wait for her to try Scientology. That's going to be interesting for her to explore. Trisha's new hobbies make me think of, what's that Pokemon? Every time something new catches her fancy. Somebody said, oh my God, the pages of her spell book. I'm dead. She had to Amazon search rustic spell book. The Trish Troll saga continues. And it's absolutely true, right? My question to Trisha Paytas would be, you know, how are you married to somebody that identifies as Jewish, that you identify as Christian, and yet you are casting spells? Like, I don't understand how that works in your mind whatsoever, which means it doesn't work, which means this is completely trolling, okay? Which then people say, why do you care? It's trolling. She's doing this to get attention and views. It's just funny. The amount of people that think that this is kind of funny is unbelievable to me, that appropriating somebody's religious beliefs is funny, okay? So let me tell you, this morning I was in the car and I was listening to the Michelle Collins show. I absolutely love the Michelle Collins show. I think Michelle Collins is fantastic. I adore her. It's on Radio Andy. And Michelle Collins was talking about what happened this weekend. If you guys don't know, what happened, it was a synagogue there was taken by a shooter, and people were held hostage at a synagogue. Here, I will read to you the article by CNN. The FBI on Sunday identified Malik Faisal Akram, a 44-year-old British national, as the man who held 4 people hostage at a Texas synagogue in an hours-long standoff Saturday before a rescue team entered the building and killed the suspect. An FBI hostage rescue team killed Akram after the hostages were released around 9 p.m. local time, the agency said. Crime scene investigators at the Beth Israel congregation in Colbyville, Texas, about 15 miles from Fort Worth, recovered one firearm they belong. Okay, it goes on and on and on. Prayers answered, all hostages are out alive and safe. So I'm listening to this morning, right? And Michelle Collins, who is Jewish, and talks a lot about being Jewish on her show, and shared this morning that about most of her family were taken into concentration camps in the 30s, and that she lost half of her family that way. And she said, I don't understand why in 2022, it got very serious. And Michelle Collins' show is usually very funny. But she said, I don't understand in 2022 why all of my friends, whether they're atheist or Christian or whatever, or people out there aren't talking about this. She said, I got on Twitter to see what people's responses were, and nobody was really talking about this. And she said, you know, it's just like this idea that anti-Semitism in the United States is okay, right? So here we have Trisha Paytas, who is married to somebody that is Jewish and is making a mockery. And this is what I've been talking about. You know, this is why I've said that this is important, you know, that we had a Holocaust survivor come out on TikTok and say, I do not think that this is funny. We had another girl that came out that I said that she was Jewish and that her family had experienced a hate crime, I think in Los Angeles, that did a TikTok and said, Trisha Paytas, this is not funny. Trisha Paytas has yet to come out in a video, in a TikTok. She lives on the internet, okay? In a TikTok, on Twitter, I don't care, on her OnlyFans, wherever, and taken any accountability and any responsibility and said, I take responsibility that this is not funny. I don't care if, I don't believe in a religious appropriation. Fine, she can say that. She can say, I don't believe that a religious appropriation is a real thing. There's no gatekeeping God, on and on and on. But what I did and what I said was not funny. I should be supportive of the Jewish community because, most of all, because my husband is Jewish. I mean, I don't understand, for so many reasons, she should be supportive of, you know, and so I'm sitting there listening to this morning, and Michelle Collins is talking about, you know, how, afraid Jewish people are to go to their own synagogues, you know? And I'm like, and here Trisha Paytas is on TikTok, making TikToks, getting hundreds and thousands of views, appropriating religion, making a mockery of Judaism, and she thinks that's okay because her husband is Jewish. Now, what, Trisha, you could do is you could stand up for the Jewish faith, okay, as an ally, as the wife of somebody that is Jewish, and say there's nothing funny about that at all. Show us that you've grown. Show us that you've learned about religion. And be supportive of somebody's religion. And actually, for once in your life, take some accountability and say, you know what? What I did was not funny. It was furthering anti-Semitism in our country. And I don't want any part of that. And I don't think it's funny. And I have learned that it's not funny. And it will never happen again. But what does she do? She takes it to the next religion. And she's over here now writing spells in a parchment paper spell book that this person was probably right. That she probably bought off of Amazon. I could have done an Amazon search and probably found that spell book. She doesn't, and for me, it is so far past funny. It is so offensive. The depth that the offensiveness goes with Trisha Paytas, I mean, it is so offensive, okay? Trisha Paytas has basically offended not just religious communities, but every community that she could possibly offend at this point. She has literally no integrity whatsoever. None whatsoever, right? So what is this about to Trisha Paytas? Like I said before, this is about views, this is about subscribers, and this is about money. So, you know, I think it'll be really interesting down the road. My dad told me a long time ago, we were having a conversation, and I said something, he goes, don't ever give your integrity away. Once you give your integrity away, you can never get it back. And the sad thing about all this is that Trisha Paytas is going to be down the road, her and Moses, sitting on a video, doing an ASMR video, eating buttered noodles, getting 3,000 views a video, not having their huge house, because listen, even if she has all of these investments, it'll run out eventually. It'll run out. I mean, she's, 30-something years old? Okay, if she lives to be 70 or 80 years old, I don't care how many investments you have. You got to have a continued flow of money at that age, right? So eventually, the money is going to run out, people aren't going to think she's funny anymore, and she's not going to have any integrity either, right? And nobody's going to want to be around her. Why would you want to be around somebody that just makes fun of everybody else and makes a mockery of everybody else, you know? I mean, it's indirectly, like, just, anyway, it just blows me away that people think that this is funny. I just can't, you know? It's so sad to me. And, like, sitting there listening to the show this morning, I was like, you know, first of all, I want to say that I completely agree with what Michelle Collins was saying. You know, it's like, why is this something that we look past in our society? We shouldn't be looking past any of these things, right? But is Trisha Paytas part of that? Or is she part of the solution? Or is she part of the problem? I don't know. It's a decision that you guys are going to have to make. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.